Today we're going to talk about the new age narcissist. Yes, the new age narcissist, man. This is a whole new breed of narcissistic women on Instagram and on the internet and all this other stuff, man. But let's get into the show. What's poppin'? It's your boy Zillionaire. Welcome to the show. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and all that other good stuff. Today I want to talk about the new age narcissist. Yes, the new age narcissist. And of course, I'm going to talk about it from a man's perspective about women, because I date women, okay? Now, you can use this perspective if you date men, if you dated men who are narcissistic, okay? So what I'm saying is just look at the reverse of that, okay? All right, this can apply to men and women, but I'm just talking about women because that's who I talk to, that's who I deal with. All right, now, talk to a lot of different women. I be on these online dating sites and stuff like that. And what really kills me is a lot of them have some similarities in common. It's always all about them, and it's never about you, the man. I'll say it again. It's always about them. It's never about you. Like I said, this can apply to women who date men, but of course, I deal with women, so I'm talking about women. All right. It's never about you. They only look to benefit from you, and they don't look to give you any benefits in return. Okay, it's all about them. They take. It's all they ever do. They look to take. They look to use men. They look to manipulate men, and they look to drain men for as much as they could get out of men. Okay, now the new age narcissists are these are worst kind, because now we have social media, we got the internet, and now a lot of these women think they're something that they're not. If you ever look up the term narcissistic people are extremely selfish, and they have inflated egos. That means they believe there's something they're not. Okay, in their head there's something, but in reality, that's not who they are. Meet a lot of women like that online. A lot of them, very selfish, all about them. They don't care nothing about what you have to say, nothing about what you have going on, what you can do for them. These are the most dangerous women, because the reason why I say these are the most dangerous women, a narcissistic woman, is no telling what they do. They're only out to get what they want. A person that's only out to get what they want will do just about anything to get it, for the most part. They'll do just about anything to get it. And they'll go through any kind of manipulation tactics, any kind of plot. They're always plotting, they're always scheming, they're always trying to figure out a way to, how can I say, just how can they trick you into you doing what they want you to do all the time while they do nothing for you. Now, that's why a lot of these new age narcissistic women, you'll see them, they're all online now. They get upset when you ask them, what do they bring to the table? And the reason why they get mad at that is because they don't plan on bringing anything to the table. That's the funny part about it. When you say, what do you bring to the table? That was a big uproar on social media a few months back. And it still is kind of like an uproar, because men are saying, "What? Okay, if I'm supplying this, if I'm supplying that, if I'm doing all this stuff for you, what can you do for me?" And they still get upset when you ask that question. And the reason why is these are narcissistic women. A narcissistic woman don't plan on doing anything for you. That's what I had to understand. Like, oh, that's what that is. They get mad when you ask them, what can you do? Can you cook? Can you cook? Can you do this? Are you willing to take a man out? Are you men willing to spend money on a man that's interested in you? If he's willing to spend money on you, would you be willing to spend money on him? Stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Are you willing to help him grow his business? Are you willing to invest in him if he's investing in you? It's supposed to be a give-take thing in a relationship. Give-take. I give, I take, you give, you take. Okay? Not take. I'm going to say it again. Relationships are supposed to be give-take. I give, I take, you give, you take. You see what I'm saying? It's supposed to be even and balanced. But with a new age narcissistic person, it only has to do with them. It's all about them. And that's what you have to understand. That's what you have to look out for if you're looking for a mate, a partner. Look at what they're willing to do for you. And that's what you got to open your eyes about. And when you think about it, you're like, wow, you know what? Maybe some of you are even in relationships now. You're like, wow, you know what? I do everything. Or this person does ask a lot of me and they absolutely give me nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? They don't give me anything. They don't try to help my business, my company, they don't help me. They don't invest in me, but I'm always investing my time, my energy, my money, my whatever, my platform, my whatever, my time, whatever it is. You're always the one giving. That's a problem. And that's how you know you're dealing with a narcissist. They're not willing to do anything for you. And on top of that, when you ask them for anything, I mean the smallest thing, the littlest thing, they get upset because they don't want to give you anything anyway. And I had to learn that. The narcissistic people don't want to do anything for anybody. Okay, that's why that's why we have these new age narcissistic women who say that a man should do everything while they should do nothing for them. And they believe that is how relationships work. And if you notice, a lot of narcissistic people, a lot of them are usually single and miserable, or they're in toxic relationships. I'm gonna say it again. A lot of narcissistic people are usually miserable and single. Miserable or single, or they're in a toxic relationship. Now, social media has made it worse. These women get on IG. Women can put on all this makeup. They can put on all these filters, and they can become something that they're not. They can look like something that they really don't look like in person. They can try to have a social media persona that they are not in real life. And this is where it gets even more dangerous. Now, before we had the internet, we had narcissistic people. They believe there's something they're not in their head, okay? In their head, they believe they're better than everybody. They're more than everybody. Everybody's beneath them, all that other stupid stuff. They really believe that in their head, okay? And usually narcissistic people are people who have low self-esteem, all right? Very low self-esteem. They've never been validated. They never had validation in their life, so they feel like I have to do this in order to feel like that, or they try to belittle people to feel good about themselves. Okay, now social media, now that we have social media and now we have the new age narcissists, it's even worse now because now they have an online persona. Well, now they have people boosting their heads up now. Okay, before it was just, before the internet was just, they needed people around them to make them feel like something, and they needed to belittle people. But now they can do that in real life, and they can do that on the internet. They could become something on the internet. They can have little followers here, people that practically worship them or praise them or idolize them, and that even boosts their delusional mind, and that even boosts their narcissistic tendencies even more. Okay, now you got social media. Now you can turn on the camera. They can put on a video showing their body, and they can get followers. They can show, women always get the most followers because they get to show off their sexuality. They get to show off their physique. They get to show off, pictures. And women always have more followers than anybody, okay? And this is why they are even worse now. That's why they're even more savage and brutal now. This is why they believe that, they really believe there's something they're not. So now they have all this inflated ego from the internet and all this other stuff. So now they're going to try to treat people a certain way, handle people a certain way. Now that delusion, it becomes even worse. They start to really believe in there's something they're not. And then they get with people that they're just basically trying to use and abuse, okay? Narcissistic people are very abusive people, whether it's verbally, physically, whether it's in a form of manipulation, because a form of manipulation is a form of abuse too. Understand, a person that's very manipulative, that's a form of abuse. Because they're just trying to get what they want. They're trying to manipulate you. They're abusing your mind. They're abusing your mind and your emotions. There's different forms of it, okay? And they're usually just on a manipulative path. And they're always trying to manipulate something to make them feel like you have to do this for them while they don't have to do anything for you, okay? That is the catch. And I don't care if your status is bigger than theirs. I don't care if you have more accomplishments than them. I don't care what level you're on. They will still try to pull you down and make you feel like they're above you, even though they don't have your accolades, even though they don't have your success, even though they don't have, they haven't achieved what you achieved. They still are going to try to make you feel like they're above you, okay? And the reason why they have to do that is so that if they make you feel beneath them, to try to make it seem like, well, I'm this and I'm that, and you should be glad that boom, that 1, 2, 3. You should be glad that I'm here. And it's all manipulation tactics, all to make you think that there's something they're not, and to have you look at them in a light where it's just a delusional light. It's a delusion. But then when you look at the reality of things, like, wow, this person really got problems, really got issues, really believe there's something they're not. They really have to belittle people in order to feel good about themselves. They think this social media persona is not who they really are. And the new age narcissists, they can get very dangerous, man, very dangerous, and they're very toxic, very dysfunctional, okay? And they can be very abusive to your emotions and your mind. Stay away from the new age narcissist. And like I said, the signs of a new age narcissist is a person that never wants to do anything for you, a person that tries to belittle you, even though you have more accomplishments than they have, even though your status is higher than theirs, even though you've achieved more, they're still trying to make you feel beneath them. They're not willing to compromise. They're not willing to. They always have to benefit, okay? And you're not going to benefit from anything. That's a new age narcissist. They're all about themselves. Don't care about nobody else, and they don't care about doing anything for you. So if you ask a woman, what do you bring to the table? She gets mad. If you ask a woman, what are you willing to do for a man, and she gets upset and they get mad, that's because they have narcissistic tendencies and they really don't care. I'm your boy Zillionaire. Look out for that new age narcissist. I tell you, boy, and I'm out of here.